Okay, so I played YCS Bologna. So Mitsuyami, the deck felt good. Unfortunately, during the entire event, 15 rounds, I was able only to win 2 dices. Like, I felt this event was simply meant to be lost for me. The deck performed very well. I'm gonna show you guys also the combo. It's just that I wish I would have went first a little bit more, just slightly more would have been enough. Okay. So let's start with the main deck. 1 lollipop, 1 cookie, 3 capsi, 3 marshmallow, 1 minion, 1 surprise. Pretty standard, to be honest. There is really not much to say about this ratio. Those cards are whatever. Those ones are the main starters and the main pushes. Necessary break, necessary. It's not bad to draw, but in a lot of hands it is kind of rough. Then let's go over the Mitsu stuff. We got 1 Kusanagi, Aramasa, Saji. I think the level 4s are needed. You really cannot push through a Dracotail board without having the level 4s. The amount of time that those cards saved me the day saved me some games where enough for me to justify the presence of those cards in the deck. Yes, the deck will go from 40 to 43, but I think it's a necessary evil, and also it boosts your consistency because the combination of bad cards they usually work, like Aramasa plus Ritual Spell, so yeah, it's not bad. I think the consistency actually raises from 1.5%. 1 Futsu, 1 Murakumo, 3 Abakiri, 3 Prayers, 1 Ritual, 1 Mirror, 3 Pre-Prep, 1 Trap. Trap is mandatory to be played. I like Pre-Prep Mirror. The Futsu is like simply an outstanding card, and like it alone wins it alone actually wins the Vanquish Salt matchup. Like Futsu is just the god card. In terms of entraps, 3 Fua standard, 3 Ash, 3 Bell. Droll, even though was not insane this event, I was expecting like some Mitsuyami decks or pure Mitsu decks, and Droll was not that bad. And also in some openings against Dracotail can actually shine. The cold buy and then the MVP was for me Impermanence over Droplet. I felt like that every time I was drawing Droplet I was not winning enough, and this card felt actually huge in this deck, to be honest. I think if I would play the deck again I would definitely go for Impermanence. I do not regret any choice in my main deck actually. I felt the deck was consistent enough, was able to play. I did commit a couple of misplays during my run that I'm gonna show you guys after the deck profile. For the extra deck we have Dynamondo, SP, IP, Gravity Controller, Almirai. Then for the Yummy stuff, Double Snatchy, Capsi, Cookie, and obviously Lollipop. Samsara, Herald, and then Zombie Vampire. And then the 2 cards that I would suggest in every Yummy Mitsu deck are Staram, Dugares. And we're gonna go over the combo segment after the side deck. For the side deck, double Cyclone, 1 Akruki, 1 Shifter, because against Dracotail you actually cannot shotgun this card, even though it sounds correct to shotgun it. But if they open combination or entraps, you actually cannot OTK, and then they get the full turn back again. So you should actually eye roll the Shifter in the main phase, or when you go first, it's actually pretty good. 3 Kontatsi, 2 Nibiru, 3 Purulia, 3 Meowls. I actually loved my main deck. I actually loved my extra deck and my side deck as well. The side pattern was green. It's just that I did not perform. I did not perform, but I actually liked it a lot. Let's go over the combo. The combo is literally any Yummy name. plus Abakiri. So I would start normal summon the Yummy name, link it away into Snatchy. Snatchy effect is gonna place the field spell. Field spell effect is gonna summon back the Lollipop. Then you're gonna use those two in order to make the Lollipop Synchro. Lollipop Synchro will summon back Lollipop and will summon back Snatchy. Then you will use Lollipop and Lollipop in order to make Starem. And then with Starem you will pitch a card from your hand in order to summon back the Lollipop. And then after that you will use those two in order to summon an Herald of the Arclight. Now at this point we never searched, so the way to play around the Droll is just by playing keeping the Herald alive. So we'll go Abakiri. Abakiri summon Sagi, tribute Snatchy. Sagi effect will search for ritual spell. And then I will go ritual from deck. We will banish the Abakiri. And we will summon Murakumo. And then Abakiri effect will search for prayers. And then we will use prayers effect, tribute the Murakumo. Add Kusanagi. If you guys started with Marshmallow, you could also add Ramaz that adds Kusanagi. So add Kusanagi, special summon Kusanagi, and then we go Murakumo effect. And Chilling 1, Chilling 2 Kusanagi, target back prayers. And here we will search for the trap. Then we will use those two.
Però ha sbagliato. Ha fatto l'errore che ho fatto io contro Venus. Non si mette lì.
To summon Dugares. Dugares is gonna detach 2. And then he's gonna reborn from the graveyard the Lollipop. We're gonna turn Dugares into Gravity Controller. And then we're gonna use those two. In order to make Capsi Yummy Way. Capsi Yummy Way now will add. We'll add Capsi. You can add Marshmallow or you can add Cookie. I think it's the same thing in this spot. I like personally Cookie, so you have both in rotation. And then you can pitch another card from your hand. Just discard any other card, otherwise you can just discard the prayers. Who cares? You just want to have the 2 level 1 in hand anyways. And you go special, add surprise. And then you go special, make IP on top. And that's the entire combo, and your opponent was never able to activate Droll and Lockbird. I did misplay one round because there is a combination that I actually don't like to play around the Droll. I opened like Cap C, pre-prep, and Abakiri. Now in this end, and then like two unknowns like one Fua, one Imper. Now with this combination, if I start Capsi no effect, I can play around the Droll, but then I lose to combination of Bell plus Nibiru or Ash plus Nibiru. So I decided to actually use the effect, and then I got Drolled, which actually made me lose the game. I should have just played it like a normal Yummy name. It just felt bad to normal summon Capsi and don't use the effect. That's it. I did not normal Fua because it would be way worse into his Fua loss. So yeah. That was one game. Another game against Herman Hanson. I went for a Mitsu rotation. I already used the prayers and I decided to add purification in my hand. And because of all the interruption he had, I was still able to end on level 1 plus link 1, and I had to use surprise in order to establish my follow-up. But the issue was that once he committed the Joku from his hand, because Herman was playing Vanquish, I had to go, I could not go into Cookie in order to book both of his K9. I had to go Capsi Yummy way in order to pitch the purification in order to summon Murakumo. But in this case, if I was actually going to search the prayers, I would have been in a way better position that probably would have won me a game against Herman Hansen. And those were my two big misplays of the event, ones that actually costed me. I never got so punished in my life ever, but I guess this will be a lesson for my future events. Thank you for listening to my speech. I wish you guys a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time.